You don't sound less intelligent because of your accent. You sound less intelligent because of the 2-second delay before you answer.
That delay, it kills your authority instantly.
Exactly, and it is the most painful thing to watch. You have these highly educated, brilliant professionals. In their native language, they are executives, leaders, visionaries.
But the second they switch to English,
They sound like they are unsure of themselves. They hesitate. They look up at the ceiling, searching for words. And in a fast-paced environment, people misinterpret that hesitation as incompetence.
It is an identity gap. You know exactly who you are inside, but you cannot project that person outward.
Identity gap. I like that term, because that is the undiscussed pain here. We always talk about how to learn grammar or how to pass a test, but we never talk about the humiliation of sitting in a boardroom.
Setting the scene. Let's say a high-stakes meeting in Seattle.
Right. You are in Seattle. The client asks a direct question about your project. You know the exact solution, but instead of just answering, your brain starts doing this crazy internal gymnastics routine.
You start translating.
You form the thought in your native language. Then you look for the English equivalent. Then you check the grammar. Wait, is it past tense or present perfect?
Adding to the list. Then you worry about your pronunciation. Am I saying this word right?
And by the time you finally open your mouth to speak, someone else has already answered. The conversation moved on.
You become invisible.
Invisible. And the tragic part? It is not because your English is bad. It is because you are trying to be perfect. Perfection is the enemy of fluency.
I actually want to push back on that a little.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't think people consciously try to be perfect. I think their brains are literally overloaded. Have you looked into the cognitive science behind this? The translation tax?
The translation tax? No, break that down for me.
Okay, so human working memory can only hold about 4 to 7 items at once. If you build an English sentence word by word from scratch, every single word takes up a slot in your working memory.
So if I am trying to say, I am looking forward to the meeting, I am using up all my cognitive slots just assembling the words.
Exactly. Your brain is physically maxed out. You have no mental energy left to focus on your tone, your body language, or the actual business strategy. You crash.
That makes so much sense. Native speakers don't do that. They don't build sentences word by word.
Never. They use chunks. I'm looking forward to is not 5 words for a native speaker. It is one single chunk. One slot in the working memory.
Wait, so fluency is not about knowing more words. It is about how your brain stores the words.
Fluency is speed with familiar language. That is the truth. People memorize lists of individual words and then wonder why they freeze when they have to put them together in real time.
This completely changes the way people should practice. You shouldn't practice building sentences. You should practice retrieving frames. Like, the reason why I think, or as far as I know.
Yes, when you have the road already built, you don't have to pave it while you are driving.
But here is another trap I see all the time. The ego trap. Smart people want to sound smart, so they reject simple words.
Listeners intently. Oh, this is painful. Give me an example.
All right, a professional wants to say they had a long day. The word tired immediately pops into their head. It is correct. It is clear. But their ego says, no, tired is basic. I need to sound advanced.
Anticipating the outcome.
So they start searching for exhausted or drained.
Exactly. And what happens? A 3-second silence. They stare blankly. The conversation dies. all because they refuse to use a simple, functional word.
Profound simple English is powerful English.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Simple English is powerful English. If you can deliver your message clearly without pausing, you have won. Nobody cares if you used an advanced vocabulary word if you look terrified while saying it.
Smooth speaking comes before advanced speaking. Always. Build the flow first, then you can decorate it with style later.
But how do we fix the internal translation? Because you can't just tell someone, stop thinking in your native language. It doesn't work like that.
True. You can't flip a switch. It is a habit deeply wired into the brain. But you can start bypassing the translation step by connecting English directly to reality.
What does that look like in daily life?
Micro habits. When you open your window in the morning and feel the chill, don't think "Choi lan gua" and then translate it. Look at the window, feel the air, and just mentally say, "It's cold."
Link the physical feeling directly to the English words.
Exactly. You look at your phone, see notifications. Say, "I have messages." It sounds too simple, almost childish. But what you are doing is rewiring your neural pathways to skip the middleman.
You are firing the English circuits without activating the native language circuits first. That makes total sense.
And once you do that enough with simple things, it starts happening with complex things. You sit in that meeting in Seattle. The pressure is on.
But this time, instead of scrambling to translate a masterpiece,
You just grab a familiar chunk. To be honest, the way I see it is, and boom, you are speaking. The road is paved. You are just driving.
that removes so much fear. Knowing that you don't have to be a poet. You just need to be clear.
You don't need to be a different person. You just need to make your English lighter. Drop the heavy baggage of perfection.
Lighter English. I'm going to write that down.
Stop judging your pauses as failures. View them as a sign that your brain is carrying too much weight. Then, put the weight down. Use what you know. Speak.
Just speak.